Hey guys, Robotic here with a full completion guide for Steel Defier. This is a multi-room survival game where you need to dodge blocks and collect key cards before you can move on to the next room. It was released on the 24th of March 2023 and the full completion can be realistically done within around 10 to 20 minutes depending on your skill level. It was developed by ViviDino Studios and published by Ratalaika games. It can be found in both the PlayStation and Xbox store. I'll pop the links below when they become available. To get the full completion, we'll need to collect all the upgrades, complete the campaign and collect 50 key cards in survival mode. I've run through this twice to give you the most optimal route to get all the upgrades before completing the game. First of all, we're going to jump into the campaign mode. As soon as we kick this off, we're going to get our first achievement called Glimpse of Hope. This is for escaping from your prison cell. The general premise of the game is to stand on the big buttons in the middle of each room. This is going to kick off the security system. Once this does that, we need to go around and collect the key cards by moving around with the left analog stick. You can also jump over these barriers or blocks. If these do touch you, you will be killed outright and you will have to start the little puzzle room again. Don't worry if you die, you can just continuously retry this by stepping on the button in the middle of the room, and then once you've got the full 15, you can just exit through the door. As you progress through these rooms, they will get gradually harder, introducing new security systems and blocks to avoid. Thankfully, all of them can be jumped over. However, as the screen starts to get a little bit busy, you're going to have to time those jumps a little better. Once we move on to the next room here, we're going to get our first upgrade. There's a total of 6. This first one here is called Robotic Boots, and if you hold B, this will allow you to run. This should speed up the process of picking up the key cards. However, we do have 2 new block types introduced. The purple one that will move across the screen in a straight line, and an orange one that will go around the outer edges of the screen. As I mentioned at the start of the video, I have optimized this run to show you the quickest and least amount of rooms that you need to do to get all 6 upgrades. You will need to collect all 6 for the full completion, so if you follow along with this guide, you should get all 6 before completing the campaign. You'll also get achievements for completing 5, 10 and 15 rooms. These are non-missables as you're going to complete around 20 or more rooms to complete the game. I'm now going to go quiet on the narration front and just shout up when we get to a new upgrade or a new enemy or security type that is introduced. As we move into room 7, we'll be introduced to a new security type. This is a triangular cone that randomly teleports around the room. Just make sure you don't run into that and you should be dandy. As we move into our 9th room, we'll get our second upgrade called Rotten Brain. This will pop an achievement and give us the ability to dash with X. However, I found I didn't use dash at all. When I did use it, I found I was bumping into enemies with it and found jumping much more effective. Once you've got the upgrade, make sure you backtrack to this room, and inside this room we'll be introduced to a new enemy type, which is yellow. Once this guy spawns in, he'll move to the center of the room and then explode into 4 smaller bricks. Completing this room will also give the achievement for tough times for completing 10 different rooms. Just to the north of this room, we'll find our 3rd upgrade called Unstable Thruster. This will give us the ability to double jump, which makes it that little bit easier to avoid the security systems. Upon completing this room, the next one below us will give us our fourth upgrade called Overcharged Magnet. This upgrade will continually attract the keycards to you once you trigger the security systems. As we move up into the next room, we'll find our fifth upgrade, which is called Resonant Watch. This is one of my favourites because you can press Y and this will stop time. At the top left of the screen, you'll also see a green light. Every time this lights up, you'll have one charge available. It's got a cooldown of roughly 20 to 30 seconds before you can use it again. You'll also notice a new green security type. This guy runs across the screen from either right to left or up and down, and he'll have a spinning blade making him a little bit wider to avoid. In this room we'll be introduced to our last enemy type, which I'm calling the Tron bike. It's kind of a turquoisey blue colour, and it usually runs across the middle of the room, leaving a light wall behind it. If you touch this wall, it will kill you, so again you need to jump over that. Here we'll also get the achievement for the landing site, which is just as we start to approach the end of the game. We'll get a nice achievement pop. As we move from the second to the last room, we'll get our last upgrade, which is a shield. This is another one that recharges over time, as you can see, kind of a pink or purple light in the top right hand corner. If you touch an enemy on the screen, you'll get an extra life and use your shield rather than dying. Once you've recharged after 20 or 30 seconds, you can get hit again. Completing this last room at the very top of the map will pop our final achievement called Outer Space, and we've completed the campaign. At this point you should only have one achievement remaining, which is to collect 50 keycards in survival mode. There's going to be a lengthy credit scene here which lasts for a minute or two. Once that's popped, we'll go back to the main menu screen, jump into a new game and start survival. During survival, all you need to do is survive as long as possible and pick up as many cards as you can. Obviously we're going to need 50 to get the achievement to pop. I've left survival till last because you get to use all the abilities that you've picked up during the game, so it's best to do this last. Ensure that you keep using the stop time with the Y button every time it's available, and then do your best to collect all 50. It should only take you a couple of attempts with all the upgrades. Once you've collected over 50 and then died, the achievement or trophy should pop and you'll have the full 1000 gamer score or the platinum trophy. I hope you found this guide useful, and as always, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.